Listening comprehension.
Online resources. Reading comprehension. Professional success. Motivation. Personal development. Practice. Job opportunities.
Welcome to Teaching Broadcast.
Hi everyone, this is Teaching Broadcast, and remember, here we talk about strategies, tools, news in the field of teaching English as a foreign language. Today we have a fantastic guest, PhD Israel Bravo. So welcome, Israel. I'm really happy to be here with you sharing this episode. So, hi.
Hi, okay, so my name is Israel Bravo, as you mentioned, Jorge. Thank you for having me here. It's going to be a pleasure for you and for me sharing all of this experience in the field of teaching English as a foreign language.
Thank you, Israel. Now, to begin with the interview, what do you think are the most effective strategies in your experience for teaching English as a foreign language?
Okay, so I will say first that considering that there are a lot of strategies for teaching English as a foreign language, and what I found the most appropriate for me will be in a specific context, because there are a lot of strategies, approaches, and methods, but not all of them works best in all of the teaching scenarios, right? So I will say if I have to choose a few of them, it will be the communicative language approach. I will be also considering collaborative strategies. So basically communicative language teaching, because in our context, teaching English as a foreign language here in Ecuador, the students don't have the opportunity or don't have enough input, so they do not receive the language input as often as in other teaching scenarios. So it's important to give them a lot of input in the language, to give them that time basically to practice the language, to communicate in those real life situations that they're going to have. So I think it's important basically to apply this approach. Also collaborative work, collaborative strategies, because in that way they're able to share their thoughts and ideas and also increase their learning process in the language.
I totally agree with you. I believe that our students got that constant fear of expressing their ideas, and if we use these kind of strategies, we're going to succeed in teaching English as a foreign language. So, how do you integrate technology in your EFL classes with the student learning experience?
So I would say that because of also the new advances with technology, and now that we also have online classes and also face-to-face classes, and we're also combining both. So we are going to have also hybrid classes. I would say that you have to balance what you're applying in technology in the classroom. So it's important that you apply and use different kind of technology. For example, if you're going to be doing activities for practicing the language, make sure that you also integrate some kind of tools that provides gamification, that provides interaction, and also, again, collaborative work in the area of these tools, technological tools, to apply them in this case in the classroom, if it is online, and if it's also face-to-face, you can also implement these applications or apps to integrate technology in the class.
Oh, excellent. So, what advice would you give to EFL teachers to motivate students and encourage their participation in classes?
So to like an advice, I will say that first you have to create a positive environment in your classroom. If it is online or face to face, you need to set the standards in your classroom, and at the same time, when you create this positive environment, this safe environment in your class, you are also doing at the same time trying to lower the students' affective filter, right? So you know that when the students are engaged, motivated, they are more apt to produce the language in a more efficient way.
Oh, excellent. Now, So we believe that creating a positive environment, it's helpful for our students and for us as teachers. But how do you address individual differences in language learning in your classes?
So that's a good question because, as I said at the beginning, we all have different contexts, learning contexts, and different classroom environments.
That's right.
So what I do first at the beginning is that I do a diagnostic test. So I evaluate and I assess my students um, in the skills of the language, for example, reading, listening, speaking, and writing. So even though that they might be, for example, in B1 level, they are not at the same level in some areas. For example, some students are more up for reading or for writing, etc. So what I do is this diagnostic test, and then I evaluate and I identify what are the needs of my students. So if I notice that some students are not in the proficiency level that they are supposed to be, so I try to tailor my activities based on those specific needs of those students, but also at the same time with my other students as well.
So your recommendation is diagnostic test.
Yes.
That's an excellent idea because that's a powerful tool for us. We need to know where our students are in order to get where we're supposed to to take them. Pretty good. Now to continue, what tools do you consider most useful in the EFL Ecuadorian context?
So I will say that, again, talking about the cumulative language teaching approach, because we are here living in non-speaking English country, students don't have the impact. So when they are here in the class of university, they receive the language input from the teachers, from the peers, but when they got that input, they don't have that language environment in English. So this teaching approach is we try to do everything in the classroom, but at the same time, we can also do, for example, or apply flipped classroom activities. Okay. So we know that the students also have autonomous learning. It's part of their course. It's part of their of the teaching process. So we could do also this flipped classroom where we provide them with a lot of input through videos, through reading, through text that they have to do at home autonomously, and they then come to class prepared. So in that case, you are also trying to provide at least some input when they are not inside the classroom, when they are outside as well.
Okay, excellent. And talking about the input, what specific activities would you recommend to students in order to improve their language proficiency?
So, for example, when I tend to do flipped classroom activities, what I do with my students is that I give them videos about what they have to, depending on the topic that I'm teaching at that moment, or text. So they do this activity that is called read and respond. So they read something about the topic of the class, and then they develop some activities based on what they have read or what they have seen, if it is a video. So I do that when I provide them with this autonomous work that they have to do. But students also need to be able to be independent learners.
That's right.
So my strategy of my advice for those students who also want to move to this independent learning, I will say that they have to also search for material on different sources on using technology, using the internet. And even when they are not doing academic activities, for example, if on their daily activities, I think everybody goes to the movies or everybody watches Netflix these days.
That's right.
So try to put a TV show or a movie in English, but at the same time trying to use the subtitles in English as well. I know that worked for me when I was a teenager. I used to watch a lot of Friends, the TV show Friends.
Oh, I like that.
And well, I was watching the TV show in English and also reading the subtitles in English as well. So at least I remember that is one activity that was non-academic, but it helped me a lot in the learning of the English language.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, we need to find what works for us. In Israel case was like TV series like Friends. In my case, for instance, was another TV series. I don't know if you ever watch How I Met Your Mother. That's the one that worked for me. So you need to find what you like the most in order to begin with this journey. Okay, you need to find what works for you. Now to finish, Israel, just help me with 5 words that you think define your words.
So, acceptable me to everything that I have to do with my duties as a professor here at the university. Tech savvy, I like technology a lot. Reliable and demanding. I think also my students consider me as a demanding professor. Yeah, I think that will be that.
Thank you very much, Israel. Thanks a lot for listening and watching us here at this second episode of Teaching Broadcast. Thanks a lot. Now, don't forget to stay tuned and subscribe for the next videos. Thanks a lot and see you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.